First of all, look at Bitcoin. This morning it's at $39,000 per coin. Now, it's gone up significantly today. Let's bring in Dave Portnoy. Portnoy, always welcome on the show. Great to see you again, sir. Thanks for being here. Now, as I understand it, you just spent, what, $1 million on Bitcoin. I want to know your plan. Are you going to trade it daily, or are you just going to hold it forever?
Diamond hands, Stuart. I'm not doing anything with these. I bought 29 Bitcoins. I've been in and out of Bitcoin. I bought it when it was 11,000. I sold it the next day. I got mocked across the internet for doing that. People called me paper hands. I was waiting for my re-entry point. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I'm in for the long haul.
Do you remember last time on the show you made fun of him because I didn't think I knew the meaning of diamond hands? I'll never forget that, Portnoy, never forget. Now, a couple of years ago, or maybe a year ago, you said that you're staying away from cryptos because you didn't understand the market. Have you now figured out Bitcoin and the cryptos?
No, I haven't figured them out. But here's what I have figured out. Bitcoin's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. It's widely adopted. You see main institutions getting in. It's the future. So, everybody I talk to, everybody has some. I think you're an idiot if it's not part of your portfolio. Whether it should be all of it, probably not. But, 29 coins I'm going to build. And when I talk to you in 30 years from now, I'll probably have $1 billion worth of Bitcoin.
In 30 years from now, I'll be dead. But apart from that, that's not too
You don't know what technology holds, Stuart. You never know.
You think I'm an idiot because I don't have any Bitcoin?
Oh, yeah. Well, unless you think you're going to be dead soon. Yes.
Well, I'm 73, Dave. I mean, I don't have that long to go.
Why won't you have Bitcoin? There's no reason not to have it right
Because
now.
I think it's a gambling chip. I think that's what it is. It's not a store of value. It's a gambling chip. It depends entirely on how many people want to buy it and how many people want to sell it. That's it. It has no other value.
Yeah, but it's not going anywhere. Too many big players are in. I get it on some of the smaller coins. Like I have Safe Moon, and I took a bath on Safe Moon. I still hold that. But Bitcoin's here to stay. And at some point, everything develops value. I mean, at some point, people invented money, and people probably said the same thing about the dollar or whatever it is at that point.
I'll tell you what, I'll buy some for my grandchildren. That's a better idea, I suspect.
That's a great gift.
All right, now then.
You'll be the popular grandpa.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti, you remember this. He defended his maskless at the NFL game. He says he held his breath whilst he took the mask off. You know this. You tweeted about it. Wasn't that the funniest thing ever? What a stupid reaction.
It's like a Saturday Night Live
skit.
You held your breath. I mean, it's just a crazy thing to say. You almost respect them. It's so preposterous to say it. Like, oh my God, I took it off. It's just a ridiculous statement. The Super Bowl is going to be there next week, so there's going to be a lot of people holding their breath, I suppose.
Do you remember when Bill Clinton 30 years ago was asked, do you smoke pot? And he said, I didn't inhale. That's exact. Yeah. That reminded me. Garcetti's response reminded me of Bill Clinton.
You got to wonder what's going on in these people's brains, because it's one thing. I mean, people are going to take pictures if you're taking your mask off. So either leave it on or don't come up with that preposterous answer. But it got a laugh out of me. So, I mean, it's just a ridiculous thing to say.
It got a laugh out of me as well. Let's go on to Tom Brady. I know you were disappointed when he didn't mention the Patriots, your favorite team, when he gave his retirement note. Now, has he returned to your favor?
Yeah, I was hurt by that. I mean,
Hurt?
Tom,
no,
I'm
you were not.
No, I was.
No,
Stuart, I'm looking at these pictures of him in a Bucs uniform, and I want to puke. He has nothing to do with the Bucs. It was an afterthought. He spent 20 years with us. I thought it was a shocking, cold move by him to do it. He has since posted a lot of Patriot videos. He actually thanked me personally, not that it's about me, but he did do that on his Instagram page. So yes, he's a Patriot. When the books are closed on him, nobody will remember that he played with Tampa Bay. And it's not just about Brady. He's a cultural icon. In New England area, he's Faneuil Hall, he's the Kennedys, he's Bobby Orr. He's somebody that means something to the whole area. So when he didn't shout us out, it hurt. But we're good now.
Why does everybody, so many people, hate the Patriots?
Because we win. People hate winners. Same reason people hate me. People hate winners. Jealousy. It's an ugly disease.
Nobody hates you, Dave. We love you.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
No, you are a very, very good performer. You really are. You've got dynamism, you've got excitement, you've got energy. You propel out of the screen. That's exactly what a good broadcaster does. You're very good at
Thank
it,
you.
by the way.
That means a lot. Thank you, Stuart.
No, it doesn't.
No, it does. It means a lot.
All right. The Super Bowl. As I'm told, it's the Bengals against the Rams. Who have you got?
I like Joe Burrow. I think they're on a magical run. It's a tight, it's 6-1, half dozen the other. But I'm gonna take the Bengals. They're getting points. I like that. I think it's gonna be a very close game.
Do you know the under/over on the game at this point? Do we know it?
This would be an idiot that I don't know it, but I think it's around 50. But honestly, I haven't even looked at the fact that I don't know that is disgusting to me.
That's okay.
I know it's like the spread opened at 4. I think it was 50.
See, I didn't understand diamond hands, and you don't know the spread.
No, I think it's 4 and 50. I think it's 4 and 50.
Okay, I've got to get this in. You just launched a sportsbook, Barstool Sportsbook, in Louisiana. Is that your 12th state?
Yes, and we're going to be there to watch the Super Bowl. And Louisiana is a great spot for Penn. Oh, you had to put the red up. Can't we get that green? We've been on a bad. That's one hell of a way to end this, huh, Stuart?
No, we're not ending yet. I hear that your bar in Chicago, a Barstool bar, I hear it's packed. Is that accurate? Here's your chance. Shine.
Yeah. Thank you. So we opened a bar there. We're going to be doing a lot of on-premise stuff. We have bars coming in Philadelphia, Nashville, Scottsdale. We had to delay it because of COVID, but Barstool will be the first with Penn omnipresent channel for gambling, and we make money. Stuart, do you like money? We make money. Unlike our competitors who are burning hundreds of millions of dollars, we make money. So if you like, we get lumped in with the guys who lose money, but if you like money, we're a good spot to be.
I think you're a great broadcaster and a great guest. Dave Portnoy, thanks very much for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you.